Hey guys, it's Seven here. Just gonna talk about Sony's new patent. Actually, their patent's been around for a while, since 2015, but it recently resurfaced. And they have a couple patents out that just resurfaced. You know, they have a glove coming out, like a glove controller. Now, this is not them actually confirming it and coming out, it's just a patent. So it's a possibility it might come out, but it's a possibility that it'll never see the light of day. But what's interesting about this is that they had this patent for a while, since 2015, and now it just recently resurfaced after the Switch has been announced and all that. So a lot of people are speculating that this could be Sony's version of the Switch. But if we're taking a close look at the actual controllers and actually looking at what they've done here, it doesn't look like it's going to compete with the Switch if they release it at all. With Sony's reputation, you know, they're going to make this thing as powerful as possible. At that point, the Switch is already powerful, pretty powerful, running, you know, between PS3 and PS4 quality games, like in between there. And now, if they're going to release this thing, I think it's going to be on the power level of a PS4, if they are. And if you take a look at the actual drawings of the patent, the controllers, it just looks like two DualShock controllers on the side of a tablet. They don't look detachable. They don't look like they're going to come off the screen, and it doesn't look like it's going to play like the Switch, be a console and a handheld. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to have some HDMI port that you can just plug in, attach a DualShock controller, or maybe they'll just switch it up and make it a Switch. Kind of like the last minute motion controls they had on the PS3 controller. You know, when the Wii came out and it got released and motion controls everybody was excited, they released a tad bit, motion controls on the controller. It was like, hey, we can do the same thing, just buy a PS3. So do I think it's going to come out? It's a tough one, because I think it's going to be more like the Vita 2. It's going to be more of a dedicated handheld, if anything. They have the PS4. Why would they want to compete with the PS4? But I think that's the only way that it would last in the market, is if it was a PS4. A portable PS4, really. But I know that gets confusing because they already have the PS4 Pro, and, it's not going to run discs, so it could be all digital. Who knows? It could run games that way. I mean, there's a lot of options, but it is looking pretty cool. But the patent has recently been, resurfaced recently. So if we're going to see this thing, it's not going to be for a while. We might see some sort of teaser trailer in E3, something small, maybe showing the design or something that they have. Now, the big question is if Sony does release a Vita 2 or whatever they may call their new handheld, is it going to hurt Switch's sales? And short answer is no. Well, short answer is yes, and long answer is no. I mean, it does take a bit of the market share, of course, but comparing the 3DS to the Vita, you can look at the sales there. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. And the way that Nintendo is marketing this thing is way different than Sony will market it. We're not going to see anything till like June for E3. We may see something in June, if anything. And we won't know anything until then. So we'll find out how it goes. And we'll see what Sony does. I mean, when you look at the Vita, there wasn't a lot of even first-party support. Sony's developers were either making games for the PlayStation 3 at the time and a couple games here for the Vita. And I think something like that would happen again if they did release a portable. And, Sony, the PS4, if you look at their top-selling games, are mostly third-party games. And even Xbox's games. So if you look at the Vita, it didn't have that third-party support, and it kind of died off. So without that third-party support, it's going to be hard for them to make a handheld. Now, the biggest way that it would be successful and they would pull it out is if it could somehow play PS4 games. And they made the old PS4 obsolete in a way, because the PS4 Pro is coming out and they want everybody to have that. So, they make that 4K, but, make this a portable PS4 and then just port PS4 games. If they could do that, then we're looking at something that's really, really cool. Because I'd love to play something like Yakuza or Horizon on this thing. Now, we'll have to see if it actually comes out or if it's just a patent that's dead. But it's recently been published, so we'll see. And if you like this video, guys, just please click like and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think about the Sony's patent. Do you think it's going to compete with the Switch? Do you think they're going to release it at all? Do you think it's going to hurt the Switch's sales? Let me know.